Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Man Show. I am your host, Doug Holt, with my co-host, Tim, the Powerful Man Matthews. Tim, how you doing, brother?
Doing well. Doing well. I
Good.
imagine when you said then, Tim, the powerful man, I bet in your head it was going, Tim, the integrator. Matthews.
Yep,
No.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
It's delegation, my friend. It's the art of delegation.
You guys listening to this, I'd love to allow the guys in. You know, we record these podcasts. Before we hit record, we're often joking around and laughing. Tim gave me the finger right before I hit record. So we're having a good time, guys. Having a good time. That's what life's about, right? Is making sure you're doing it. And speaking of which, Tim, one of the things I want to talk about today is the idea of filling your cup. Now, we've talked about it before, but it comes up time and time again. And so I posed this question to a guy the other day. Successful businessman, married, right? He's got kids. And, you know, by almost everybody's account, he's checked all the boxes of what it means to be successful, right? What it means to be a great man. You know, he's fit, all of those things. He's working out, doing the morning routine. So I said, hey, when's the last time you did something for yourself? Give me 3 things. And he couldn't answer me. And I was like, okay, well, let's imagine right now you have the day off. No kids, nothing. You're not going to work. What are you going to do?
Oof.
All right. He couldn't come up with an answer. Now, he was on the spot, and I get that. But he couldn't come up with an answer at all. So I gave him some time. I said, come back to me and let me know what you want to do. What is it you really want to do that you're going to do, right? It's different than just saying, oh, I'm going to go get a massage and all these things. I know that you would say, Tim, but what are you really going to do? Are you actually going to take action on these things? And he said, Doug, I don't know. My days are filled with my family when I'm free. And when I'm not with my family, I'm working. I might watch some TV and do things like that, mess around on social media, but I wouldn't know what to do with myself with a full day off. I wouldn't know what to do. So, Tim, what would you say to the guys listening to this that are in a similar situation?
Come and spend a day with me. Yeah, it's common, right? It's common. It's a conversation I'm always revisiting with myself. Always. And, you know, sometimes I'm better at it than other times. Just depends on the season sometimes as well. But even then, you know, depending on the season that I'm in, for me at least, I'm very big on following your joy and inspiration. Very big on it. Do I always live it? No, I'm not perfect with it, but it definitely is, again, a conversation that I'm in regularly with myself. It's kind of my compass. I mean, quite frankly, you know, I've been really tired the past couple of days. And the reason why I've been so tired the past couple of days is because I chose to work the weekend, chose to work it, and I was excited to work it to bring one project to completion. But what that did to me, like I said, it really tired me out come Monday, Tuesday, and what's days today? Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, really. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it is. Yeah. So it really tired me out. And I've had a couple of early nights the past few days. I didn't work out this morning because it just didn't feel like the right thing to do. I didn't feel like I had the energy to do it. So, and the reason for that isn't just that I worked the weekend, it's because I was just in that frame of mind of being on, right? So, and last week I had a great week. Thursday, I went cold water plunging, took myself off there in the morning before working in the afternoon. Great fun. Friday, I went for a float tank. Awesome. Saturday, I went for a hike with Amelia. I really enjoyed that. Sunday, I did some work. So the point is, I was doing things that filled my cup, but some of them still came from a place of getting things done. Right, I've got a float tank to go. Boom, check. Float tank done. Now I'm going to go cold water plunging. Check, done. So there's also a balance, you know, where you come from when you are filling your cup, which I know is kind of a separate point here. But the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because it's super important to do this. And look, if you don't know what you would do, it's okay. You're not alone. I've been there. I know you've been there, Doug.
Oh yeah.
Tons of guys have been there. It's kind of normal. And even if you are filling your cup, you can still arrive at a point that you don't know, because what you might have been doing to fill your cup, you might have just outgrown it. It might have just become something to do. It might have stopped having the same effect that it did when you started doing it, or as you previously, whatever, right? So I think the really important point here is often guys feel guilty when they take time for themselves to fill their cup, right? Sometimes it can be, the guilt around I should be working, I should be seeing family, I should be doing whatever it is, insert blank. But the reality is, if you're not getting the best of you, then no matter what you think, nobody else is getting the best of you either. Even if you are then giving your family time, or you are then leading your business meetings and you are building, there's no way you're going to be bringing the best of yourself to those interactions if you're running on empty. I think as guys, it's been quite conditioned within us to see the acknowledgement of this as weakness, right? Do you know what? No, I've got to take some time for me. I've got to just pivot. I've got to just fill my cup. It's almost like in the past that was considered a sign of weakness. What's wrong with you? Just keep going, push. And guys would often then use alcohol and porn or whatever. It'd spill out in other ways, wouldn't it? Because guys wouldn't often talk about that. But obviously we speak with a lot of men. We spoke, thousands of men. Mm-hmm. And you see patterns. And one of the patterns is in the men that run the businesses and don't fill the cup, they turn to other things just to let off steam, just to escape, just to release the pressure, right? So honor it. If any of this is resonating so far, then really lean in and find out what the answer would be to that. Follow the cookie trail. Last Thursday, for example, with the cold water plunging, it would have been very easy for me to go to where I usually go, because I can be guaranteed that I'm going to have easy entry points. I know what the experience is going to be like. But I didn't want to do that. I decided to go somewhere new every week, which kind of meant last week was a bit disjointed. I didn't get the full experience that I would have got if I would have gone to my normal place. But even that was great. Just risking, just starting and failing with it, but still, on the drive, listening to something that I wanted to listen to and just creating the experience I wanted to have. So it still filled me up, even though it wasn't what I probably would have had elsewhere, but it was still great. So, and before I keep rabbiting on about this, I'll just say one other thing. It kind of fits along lines with this. Something that came up for me a while ago, Doug, a few weeks ago, I've been working on, was the whole idea of how well do I do embracing uncertainty. And I thought I was good with it, which kind of ties into filling your cup, right? I thought I was good at it. I was like, yeah, do you know what? I take risks in business. I've been an entrepreneur for like however many years, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. So I thought I was good at it. And then as I've learned into it, I'm just seeing opportunities to improve. So I've really started to embrace it, even with the simple things of Saturday, we ordered a pizza, Amelia and I, from our favorite place. Instead of getting the pizza I always get that I love, I ordered this random pizza just to try it. It was awful. Didn't enjoy it whatsoever. Well, at least I knew. So it kind of goes to cold water plunging, goes to the topic of finding what will fill your cup. You don't know, right? Doug's still a drunk, guys, so just excuse him. He's been drinking on the job, getting high on his own supply on the job. It's all good. No judgment. So yeah, lean in, risk failing, and honor it. Really, really explore it, because it's amazing what can happen.
It is. Well, I think something that's more applicable here, maybe you could definitely, guys, if you want to, filling your cup, ordering a different pizza, that's a possibility. I give you a hard time. We always give each other a hard time off camera, but now, off the recording, but now we're doing it live. But something you can do is just try new things, right? If you don't know what to do, just try something different. And something that I'll recommend to the guys, Tim, is start playing, right? Just start playing, whatever it is. Grab a basketball, head down to the park, right? Shoot some hoops, play a game outside, go for a walk in nature. And if it's like Tim's Pizza, right, and you don't enjoy it, you don't have to do it again, but try something different until you find something that really does fill your cup and fill your soul. I can tell you for almost all the men that we work with, getting back into nature is something that almost all the guys. Now, some guys are doing trail running. Some guys are doing archery, and throwing hatchets at wood. Some guys are just walking in nature, right? Other guys like Tim are jumping in cold water and doing, their cold water experience while in nature. And I know, Tim, you journal and you take time while you're in nature and doing those things as well. And I know a lot of you guys are also listening to Tim saying, hey, I couldn't do that. I got kids. I got, all these things. I wish I could go to the spa and then, go cold water plunging and then come home and have pizza. And maybe you can't, right? But what can you do? What are the small things you can do to fill your cup? And Tim, when we were doing, I think it was week 5 of Sexual Mastery. It's a course that we're teaching to the guys in the Brotherhood and to the guys in the Inner Circle. They have access to the Sexual Mastery for Men course. And one of the guys goes, oh my gosh, it's all coming together. All of the teachings are lining up that you guys have been teaching us. It all comes down to self. I'm like, exactly, right? If you're not filling your cup, you're not actually taking care of yourself, doing things fun, you're missing out in the bedroom too. Right? You're missing out because you can't bring your fullness there.
No pun intended.
No pun intended at all. And so, guys, it's really about just starting and doing something.
One way to fill your cup as well, which is a little bit off topic here, but paying it forward.
Yeah.
It's something we used to get the guys to do a lot in the activation method. Simple thing, when you're waiting in line for a coffee, just, hey, I want to pay for the next, here's $10. I want to pay for the next guy's drink. Without needing to see the response or get anything back or whatever it is.
That's
right?
the key.
Whatever it might be. Yeah. And that's also the key with filling your cup, right? Because sport can be great. And if that turns into something to achieve, it can kind of shift from being something to experience where you get to really fill your cup. And it can become, when conditions get placed upon something, at least for myself, I can then start to get competitive even with myself. And it can add a layer of stress to the experience, right? Even if it's positive stress. So just be mindful of that if you choose to go down the route of, sport or whatever it is. Because in my opinion, filling your cup gets to be something that's really about the experience. It's not about the outcome of the experience. It's about the experience itself, regardless of where that leads.
Yeah, I still want to win when I'm playing sports. But yeah,
Doesn't mean that it does. Doesn't mean that it does.
It doesn't mean that I do all the time. Only when I'm playing against you. So, so yeah, I mean, that's the key is when you're, doing something that you really enjoy. That's really about the journey. One of the reasons my wife and I bought the property that we're in right now. The home is nice, but at the same time, we're backed up to national forest on 2 sides. So I could literally walk for days in national forest, and it's because that fills my cup. Right. I'll do work meetings, and Tim, you and I have often talked where I'll be walking through the forest and I still have a cell signal and I can talk to people. I can manage the team. I'm still filling my cup by getting those things done. But when I disconnect completely, it's even better. Right. And finding those things, then I can come back to my family and be more present as a father, be there for my wife, be more passionate. Right. Bring more things to the work that we do, to the movement that is the Powerful Man, and help men. And help guys realize that there's a lot more out there for them. So it's really about finding what it is for you and starting simple. Going for a walk is easy, right? We all have parks. I'm assuming everybody listening to this has parks nearby. You can just go to the park. Maybe it's not national forest or protected lands near where you live, but find something that fills you up. Walk through your neighborhood. Go to walk at night. When's the last time you guys looked at the stars? right? And the galaxies. I think at least here, and right now, I think it's tomorrow. They're supposed to be, Tim. The moon's supposed to be completely blank. There's no moon, right? You're not going to see anything, and so it's going to be a great night to do stargazing, right? To go up there and look and see the galaxy, right, of all the planets. When's the last time you've actually done something, guys, to fill your cup? And if it's been a while, again, no judgment, but go out and do something. Right? Go out and have some fun. Schedule it in your calendar like you would schedule an appointment, right? Mm-hmm. And make it happen. And make it happen.
And avoid buying into that story of, I just don't have enough time. I'm too busy. That's my biggest one. The biggest obstacle for me is the knee-jerk response of, I'll do it later. It doesn't matter. But then what happens is I'm then not making an effort with the most important person in my life, which is me.
Yeah.
I'm not making an effort with myself. And, joking aside with the pizza, it's just great to be in the mindset of just breaking habits and just trying things that are new every now and then. So you don't get stuck. Like you said, you don't get stuck in just one way of operating, because there's a whole other world outside of there that you might not have experienced. So, filling your cup can be like something super simple, like you've said, looking at the stars or ordering new pizza or whatever it is, to actually scheduling a half a day or a day for yourself. One of the guys in the Brotherhood, his Thursdays, every Thursday it's his. No work, no family. I think Saturdays are for family. Sundays are for something else. Thursdays are for him. Takes off, goes and does fishing, goes do some other things. Thursdays are always completely all about him. And that's just because he's chosen it to be that way. It's an amazing what happens is you actually put that rule in place and you stick to the boundary. Sure enough, bit by bit, week by week, things then start to align around it. But you've got to stick to that rule and challenge those stories that inevitably will come up of, do I really want, I could put that meeting there. But I'm too busy. Whatever it is, because it's a mindset. You've got to change your way of thinking around this and prioritize. And watch what happens, guys. Because if you do this often, you can make more money easier. Often, relationships become easier. You're able to pass the tests that your woman might give you because you're just full. So instead, you can pierce it with playfulness. You can bring your best self to every interaction, and it's kind of counterintuitive to a degree. Hang on a minute, I'm taking a day to myself. Surely that's going to create stress. People are not going to like that. My staff are going to think I'm lazy. My wife's going to think, why am I not spending time with her? But in actual fact, when you then bring back a man that's full, and you bring that fullness into the other areas, you're going to encourage it.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So, Tim, in wrapping up, what's one thing the guys can do today to take action?
Order a different pizza.
There you go. Spoken from the integrator himself.
The integrator. You're jealous. You're just jealous.
I am very jealous. Gentlemen, the idea here is have fun. Tim and I have fun when we do these podcasts, bringing this to the movement that is the Powerful Man, the guys like you. We have a great time. This fills my cup every time I meet with Tim to do these podcasts. Because again, we're jawing back and forth, but find out what fills your cup, right? Find out what it is for you and then get it on your calendar. Put it in the brush your teeth category, not in the get a massage category. When I say the get a massage category, I'm talking to 99.9% of the men out there, not the Tim Matthews out there who get massages regularly. So make this a must for you guys. Gentlemen, again, take action. That's a wrap for us here on the Powerful Man Show. And we'll see you next time. As always, go over to thepowerfulman.com/bonus. Pick up your free bonus right there. That's thepowerfulman.com/bonus. And until then, we'll see you next time on the Powerful Man Show.